director Zack Snyder has addressed some accusations that he's had propaganda attached to his DCEU and how he sort of made that world and those first two films, and essentially made Superman a jobber. It's been very well documented that Zack Snyder is a bigger fan of Batman, specifically Frank Miller's take on Batman over anything, including any Superman story ever. So recently, he was talking to The Hollywood Reporter, and he addressed some of these accusations about how they tackled Batman v Superman, the equal footing, and all that. And he said he looks at it in a sort of way where he realizes Superman is awesome, but Batman has a unbreakable moral code and a darkness to him that appeal to him more. Now, it's weird to me that it says Batman has an unbreakable moral code, which he broke multiple times in that film, and then says that Batman is cool and cooler and Superman is awesome, and that he didn't intend it to be like a propaganda piece to put down Superman. But that's what Batman v Superman plays like, because Batman's always like stepping out ahead of Superman when Superman could literally just take care of the business right there, right? So you get some of these sort of statements that have been made in regards to Batman v Superman and how clearly Superman wasn't a character that Zack Snyder preferred over Batman. And go all the way back to when he was talking about that film, you find old interviews where he literally laughs at the idea of Batman being outsmarted, because with enough prep time, he can beat anybody, including the implosion of the Earth, says Frank Miller. So I think if that's like your sort of basis for everything, that naturally takes everything over. But he does kind of talk a little bit about these characters in a broader sense. And you understand that this isn't Batman and Superman as you know them. He wants to make it very clear that this is Zack Snyder's Batman and Superman. And that's what he sort of talks about in these interviews recently. And he says he didn't want for them to be any lesser than they are in the comics. He just wanted his own interpretation, which I can respect. But I think we've seen now, and we saw back then, that doing your own thing and going against who the characters are at their core rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And maybe you built a new fan base with that sort of notion and that sort of push, but it alienated a lot of people that want these characters to be how they were for the majority of their existence.